Thinking Aloud. Conversations on the leading edge of knowledge and discovery with psychologist Jeffrey Mishlove.
Because when we talk about the Mexican Revolution, we're really talking about something that went on for many years.
Yes.
Past Madero. The struggle continued after his death, but Madero started it in 1910. So then he ran for president again with a formal campaign and the whole thing, and he won, and he takes office in later in 1911.
And at this point, he is publicly disavowing his connection with Spiritism.
The Spiritist manual, or Manual Espírita, came out when he was president-elect with another name, Bhima, B-H-I-M-A, which is from the Bhagavad Gita, a character in the Bhagavad Gita, a warrior in the Bhagavad Gita. And there's a really interesting magazine that he sponsored called Helios, with an H, H-E-L-I-O-S. It's a Spiritist magazine where, on the one hand, they're celebrating the Spiritist manual with an advertisement, and they're celebrating his election as president, but they're saying that he didn't write it.
Yeah. They had an editorial saying, of course, he didn't write it.
Exactly. We know that he did actually write it, and in the
That's
archive,
indisputed.
It's indisputed. I'm not the first to talk about this. Other leading historians have done so. And also we know from his correspondence in the archives, he says, please do not say that I'm the author. It would really damage my reputation as president. So he didn't want that to be known. It was kind of an open secret, and the political cartoonists of the day, they loved drawing pictures of him, raising tables and with weird spirits. So it was kind of an open rumor that he was a spiritist.
But it also gave people cause to treat him with contempt and with sarcasm.
Yes, and I think an important point is that that's also true today. That is also true today. That many people who are unaware of the roots and the origin of these ideas and the context, knowing nothing about them, dismiss them as supersticiones, crazy, nutty superstition. They don't want to know about it.
Well, there has been historically a lot of fraud associated with spiritual mediums, a lot of fraud. And some people are inclined to think it's all fraud, that it can't be anything but fraud.
Well, that's the comfortable assumption for them to make. And that is, in fact, what many people do. And at that time, this is also, I think, true today to some extent. There are many people, including medical doctors, who equate hearing voices with schizophrenia. I mean, no discussion. You go to the lunatic asylum, and they're not willing to entertain any other possibility. And so those attitudes also prevailed at that time. So the fact that this was openly rumored was very, I think, did cause damage to him.
It was detrimental, and yet he maintained his presidency for, as I recall, 15 months.
It was short. There was a coup d'etat in February of 1913, and it ripped up central Mexico City, and he ended up murdered.